welcome to another week of the Cryptid Consortium. I'm here with Nick. Okay, we have no idea where Gary is. I think he's a little under the weather, maybe. But yeah, we've got a good show tonight. Nick, yeah, what do we got on tap?
How you doing, everybody? Today is February 12th, 2025. And thanks to Jay, he corrected my pronunciation of it because he is the all-knowing, all-seeing Sasquatch researcher. What we have is the Albatwitch. I was calling it the Albatwitch, but I like Albatwitch better. And like Jay said, we don't know where Gary is. Maybe he got kidnapped by an Albatwitch or something over there in Oklahoma. I mean, he was communicating with me today, but said what time and all that other jazz. I mean, same time, same channel every week. Anyway, the Albatwitch, first seen in Columbia, PA. It's about 4 feet tall. The type is humanoid. It's actually a hairy humanoid, or what serious cryptozoologists call the Albatwitch. Not so serious ones call them little big feet. And from pictures I've seen of them, I kind of agree with them, little big feet. And I'm a serious cryptozoologist, actually. But anyway, the Albatwitch is like the kid cousin to the giant Sasquatch. 4 feet tall, hairy primate. It's like a hairy primate-like creature. The name Albatwitch comes from a traditional Pennsylvania Dutch corruption of the phrase "apple snitches."
No.
Yeah, because these little critters love to steal apples. And then what they do with the cores after that is even more fun. They usually throw them at people. There's an uncertainty where the lore of the Albatwitch came from. But, I don't know whether it was the Pennsylvania Dutch or maybe the American Indians in that area in Pennsylvania that named it, because it's been seen before the 1920s.
Yeah.
And, but the first written account that I found in a newspaper, no less, from up in Pennsylvania, was in 1920. And it was, I think it was a March edition. And they were telling about how these picnickers were out there picnicking away. And when they went down to the water and came back, their picnic basket was rifled through, and the only thing missing was their fruit. And then the next thing they know, they're being pelted by apple cores. So they reported it to the park ranger. So that's something that was reported, and the newspaper reporter picked up on it. But anyway, in the 1920s, the Albatwitch was encountered in the Lancaster County, PA, and the ape-like beings had been spotted running across roads, through the forest, or swinging across the treetops. Now, that last part, swinging across treetops, might get you to think, oh, escaped chimpanzee. I don't know how tall a chimpanzee can get, but these things are supposed to be 4 feet and under 5 feet. But there's many stories about the Albatwitch pelting picnickers with apple cores. And there was actually, I think there was some kind of a movie put out. The director of the Columbia Historical Preservation Society, his name is Chris Vera. He made a documentary series called Legends of Lancaster. And he told the story of a childhood friend of his who was playing hide and seek in the woods. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, this Albatwitch comes at him and pins him up against a tree by his arms. His friend screams, and the Albatwitch runs away. So, Vera also tells of a Laurel Hill Memorial Garden Cemetery that the police actually closed down after someone reported a dark, hairy hominoid wandering around the cemetery. I'm surprised they didn't say it was a ghoul or a gowl or whatever they call those things. But when I was looking through the newspapers on the reports, and there's a lot of reports, Jay, just not that
Yeah,
one
right.
from March of 1920. There's a lot of reports going throughout the years. In the 70s, I think they had a hiatus of reports. There was at least 5 reports in that whole year, so that was a lot.
Yeah.
It continued through the 80s and 90s. I didn't find anything in the 20s,
I didn't either.
or the teens, but these little things are seen, running across the roadway in the forest. But what I did look for was there a circus in town, or was there any escape animals from zoos? Because back in the 60s, I believe 50s and 60s, it was really popular for the circus to come to town.
Yeah.
All right. And and I think it petered off at the end of the 60s. The 70s was a different era. But the main living area of the Albatwitch is the area around, as you said, the what's it, Chickies Rock?
Chickies Rock, yeah.
Chickies Rock at Chickies Rock County Park, PA. And if you're into collecting Albatwitch cryptid swag, then go to the Columbia, PA annual festival. And they have a big festival day there where, it's just, they don't just talk about the Albatwitch, they talk about all kinds of cryptids over there. They have paranormal people speaking about paranormal events. They have a lot of speakers, and they got a lot of shirts. A lot of shirts. They got little Albatwitch dolls and stuff. Which reminds me, I should try to put up a picture of the Albatwitch. And here it is. If it'll go up. Oh, it didn't work. I have to hit share. Oh, there we go.
Yep. There you go.
There's a nice little picture of the Albatwitch.
Mean looking little shit, isn't he?
Yeah. And let's see, this one, there's another one. I mean, they kind of look like chimpanzees, but not.
Not completely, no.
And there's a sculpture of one. But going back to this, I mean, God, 4 feet tall. He looks like a little miniature demon.
Yeah.
I mean, the Albatwitch, if he came up to me and said, "I want your apples," there, take them. Good for your digestion, not me. Let's see. Well, what did you find on anything?
About the same things that you did. Just about, the Chickies Rock seems to be where they're seeing a lot. I want to add the part of Pennsylvania where this takes place, folks. There's a lot of we were talking about it earlier. There's a lot of activity of different phenomenon in that area. Not just with the Albatwitch, but with any phenomenon you can think of.
Yeah, they do have paranormal phenomena over there in that area. There have been regular the big boys, the Sasquatch, seen in there in the northern parts. I believe I got something like 7 reports a couple years back. Maybe 50 miles from that area of dogman sightings, and these are from different people, couples, singles, and all the like. And I went up to the area with a team of 7. In fact, we brought 2 gators with us so that we can drive through the snow. The six-wheel drive vehicles. We actually towed 2 of them up there, and we did actually find dogman prints with the claws and everything. It was not bear prints, it was dog man. And I got the bright idea, since it was in snow, that I would squirt it with liquid insulation.
Yeah.
And the only thing I got was mush. it
Yeah.
did not it did not solidify the way I thought it would solidify. And when I tried to pick it up, it just plopped all over the place.
Yeah.
But we did get some decent pictures on a tree of claw marks, but that was dog man. And like I said, it was far from where the Albatwitch hangs out. They probably eat them or something for snacks. Then again, the way that one looked, he looked kind of vicious.
Yeah, you look pretty ferocious.
Yeah, I know that's an artist's rendition, but yeah, he did look kind of ferocious. I mean, everybody thinks of Sasquatch and Bigfoot as, this chunky guy, hairy guy running around out there who's friendly and all this and that. And there's different types of Sasquatch actually.
Right.
Like
They all don't want to sit around the fire and play the flute with you, you know?
yeah, yeah, exactly. And I love those people and who say that, oh, they're friendly and we hang out on Friday nights and we go to, the football games together and all this stuff and we share snacks. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Piss one off and see what happens.
Do not think so.
And these things are just seem nasty. Like they're nasty little shits.
Hmm. What time we got? Oh, let me see.
Eight,
It's like 22 minutes
8:22.
after, and Gary's still not here.
I'm still not here.
He probably got captured and they're holding him for ransom.
Yeah.
I'll
The
send them, I'll send them a
Albatwitch.
note. I'll send them a note. You pay us 10,000 each and we'll take them back
Yeah.
because they'll drive him crazy sooner or later. He'll drive them crazy rather, excuse me.
That's what I thought you meant. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. So I got one report from a newspaper article back in 1977.
Yeah.
It was the summertime. Well, the end of the summer, September 1977. A couple was driving back home from a party, and it wasn't. It was like an afternoon party, so it was still light out, and they saw a creature just like the one that I put up, the first one.
Right.
The nasty looking one with the claws
Yeah.
on bipedally running across the road. And as their car came upon it, the thing came back up to the road and was
Oh,
looking at them,
God.
and they just kept on going right by.
These things are ballsy.
Yeah. Yeah. The lady in the car, the young lady, she told the reporter, first of all, they reported it to the police because they thought
Yeah.
it was a monkey that escaped from the zoo, and there was no zoo in that area. But they reported it to the police, and then a reporter contacted them, and she told them, yeah, the thing looked at us defiantly, as they're driving by. So it's like, like their car offended it.
Right.
All the Twitch. I
No.
still
Yeah.
say it
Albatwitch.
that way. Ah,
Yeah, they look. I know the look. Like what they're saying. I kind of looked at them with like an arrogant look.
mm,
Arrogant. What's the other word I'm looking for?
the Napoleon
Arrogant.
complex.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Perfect example of the Napoleon complex.
yeah. Like, I mean, no offense to guys that are, short, but that's what the Napoleon complex is, and it looks like these things have that. Because they're small, they're going to look at you mean, and they're going to throw stuff at you and do all kinds of nasty things to you because they're small. Whereas the big Sasquatch will just stand there and, like this and look at you. Yeah. What are you going to do? I'm 8 feet tall, 950 pounds. I can play for the Rams or the Packers and
Whoever the hell I wanted.
we need a couple Squatchies to play for Kansas City.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, that was terrible. I actually turned it off at halftime.
Yeah,
Then I, then I peeked at it later on, and then they actually scored a little bit. But you're 40-22. No, you're not coming back.
no.
That's
Mm,
a. I don't know. I don't know about you. I've never had that happen to me, but I've some of my buddies. We used to do fighting karate tournaments,
yeah.
and if you're flat, you just can't. Can't get off. You can't do anything. And I don't know if you've ever been flat in a jujitsu tournament, but
Oh,
boy,
on your back?
what?
Like flat in your back, you mean?
No, no, you're just what I call like Kansas City. The whole team was
Oh,
flat.
flat, like a flat fight. Yeah, no one's doing anything.
Oh yeah, they just couldn't get off.
Yeah,
Get out of first gear. And
right. Okay.
oh god, it was irritating. I mean, all year long they were doing great plays here and there when they needed it,
Yeah.
and nothing. And then he got sacked 2 times in a row, twice.
Christ. Yeah.
It's like you got to be kidding me. Come on, guys. You made it all the way to the Super Bowl here, and you're messing it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So that's why I think they should probably get a couple of Sasquatch to go on their offensive line so they can help them out.
Or even a couple Albatwitches for the backfield.
Yeah, they can run. They can be running backs. Damn. I mean, I think the Eagles had a couple of Bigfoot on their defensive line. I can't believe how big
Yeah.
some guys were. Pushing them around and everything. It's like, nah, this is not right.
So Nick, what do you think this thing is?
It looks like it might be, and I hate to say it, it might actually be a cousin to the chimpanzee. I was
Yeah.
looking through my zoology books that I have,
Yeah.
and oh my God, I've got, I'm looking at them right now. I got about 7 500 page, let's see, 11 by 9 books, hardcover books with
Yeah.
pictures of animals in it, that
Yeah.
are known out there. And it might be a cousin to
Yeah.
the chimpanzee, because the
Yeah.
chimp actually has that long drawn face with the
Yeah.
bucked out teeth and all that.
Yeah.
And this thing doesn't look like it has the teeth like, but
And that is
it does resemble.
throwing the apple pits too. That's primate behavior
Yeah.
to throw shit at people going by, and that's primate behavior.
And that's well, chimpanzees will do that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Throw
Yeah.
shit, they'll throw shit at you, really.
Yeah.
I was at a zoo in New Jersey one time, the small zoo, and went into the monkey house and brought everybody that was with me out real quick because the chimp started to whip it at people.
Oh
I
God.
mean, I don't want to get hit with monkey poop.
No. No.
Unbelievable. I don't know why they were doing it, but they're a bunch of wise guys.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it either, but
So it could be some sort of hybrid form of monkey, and
could be.
because they used to have back in the 1800s, early 1800s and the 1900s, traveling circuses.
Yeah.
It's very possible. And
It
look,
is.
Pennsylvania's near the shore, so they would land there, and maybe a bunch of them escaped,
Yeah.
and had offspring with something else out there.
We just don't know. There's not a lot to go on this.
Yeah, there's really not a lot to go on. I mean, yeah, there was a bunch of newspaper reports, but I'd just be repeating myself because basically most of the newspaper reports said the same thing. I didn't see any reports say that the Albatwitch tried to break into somebody's house.
Right.
Nothing like that. People just saw them, in the forest area,
Yeah.
near the roads, near the forest areas, crossing roads. Same thing.
Yeah.
And this is going all the way through, and through the 70s. Same thing.
Yeah. Same thing.
Nothing really, not too much else.
No.
When they do have a sighting, they're quick to report it into the papers.
Yeah. They are. They seem like they are.
Report it. You don't have any of these things up near you? I mean, I know you're up there near Canada, so
We never heard of anything. I personally never heard of anyone spotting a Littlefoot or
Yeah.
juvenile Sasquatches. Yes, I mean, but who the hell knows? Could be one and the same. I don't know. I don't want to get into that conversation tonight, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, actually, you gave me the idea just now. You just said Littlefoot, Bigfoot, Littlefoot.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe the Albatwitch is actually a juvenile Sasquatch.
That's right. Yeah,
You gave me the idea right then and there. Maybe that's what it is, and that's
yeah.
why you don't see them that much.
That's right.
Hmm. I was barking up the wrong tree when I was looking for these things. I should have looked up reports of Sasquatch in the area.
All right. It
And
says there's a shit ton.
yeah, and if they
Yeah,
do have it in the area, maybe, these are offspring and they're running
yeah,
around out there, without their parents, and then they're going home later on.
yeah.
And yeah, all right, you know what? That's our best bet. It's
I
not a
think so too.
chimpanzee because the face doesn't look like it at all.
Right.
All right, that's where my money is on.
Mine too.
Yeah, a baby Sasquatch.
Well, Gary missed a good conclusion. Mhm.
I guess so. I mean, we kind of ran out of material here, talking
Yeah.
about the Super Bowl. Not to bore everybody out there, but not too much else. Like I said,
Yeah.
bunch of newspaper reports. You could find them yourselves from the old times, 50s, 60s, 70s. And that's about it. It starts to wane after that.
All right.
But that's it, Jay. That's all I got.
All right. That's about it, guys. We'll see you next week for another edition of the show. And thanks for being here tonight. God bless, and everyone be good to each other. Have a good night.
Good night.